Hello everyone, welcome to our interview with Karen Bailey. Welcome to our interview, Karen. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
A lot of students want you to know more about our favorite student advisor. Everybody keeps hearing Karen Bailey, Karen Bailey. They wanted to know more about you. So we decided to interview for our Sentient this month, for our edition this month. So we wanted to ask a few questions about you, where you come from, your background, and about your education, what you want to do in the future, things like that. So, want to get started?
Sure.
Okay. So, what brought you to Algoma?
I worked at Lakehead University after I completed my undergraduate degree, and I had done a similar position there. And the job posting came up, and I really wanted to continue to work at a mid-sized, small university. I like things that are student-centered. So when the job position came up, I was doing my Master's of Education, and I thought I had completed all the coursework. I can get my research and everything accomplished, and see if I could get this job. And luckily, I was asked to accept the position. So here I am.
Algoma, so blessed to have you. And so, what is the most exciting and the best part of your job that makes you want to do it?
Definitely this, getting to know the students one-on-one, working with the students. I taught before, and I've worked at a larger institution where I think that's lacking. Students know a position instead of knowing a person's name. So here at the university they can say, go see Karen Bailey, go see Mark Allard, go see Cindy LG, and the students know who that is as opposed to identifying a position. So I definitely love that as part of my job. The other thing I love is student life. I love the atmosphere that's when students take on an event and they're planning. They get really excited about it. They're very passionate about what they're involved in. So I like being able to share in that and support that wherever possible.
That sounds like fun. That sounds a lot of fun. So, of course, with the fun part of your job, there are some difficulties that you face. So what, according to you, is a hard part in your job that's difficult for you to do?
I think for me personally, I tend to take home a lot of what happens here at the university. So when there's personal experiences that the students are going through, they'll come talk to me and vent about it, or we'll try and inflict some change where possible, and I tend to bring that home. So I find it very difficult to separate once I leave the doors, which I actually think is a positive as well, but I find that to be very challenging. And the other thing is we wear a lot of hats in our roles here. So although sometimes it looks like Karen Bailey is the fun place that you can go and it's student life and it's student-centered, there's a lot of serious parts and elements to my job. So I find it's very hard to juggle that and to go from leave an event that's really fun and full of energy and walk down the hall, come into my office, and there's a student crying and needs someone to talk to. So you have to be willing to shift. So I find that very challenging, but I also really enjoy that you can go from one extreme to another, and students feel comfortable enough to come to me and talk to me.
Sounds good. And as everybody knows, a lot of new students came into the university this semester, so most students would like to know what kind of services do you offer, like Student Services Division. What kind of services are provided to us, new students?
Absolutely. It's not just donuts on Wednesdays, right, as most people know it as. Student Services is a place you can pretty much go for your starting point for anything. So normally when we first meet you, we're doing academic advising, welcoming you to the school, introducing you to the environment that you're going to be a part of. So I'll do academic advising continuously throughout the year. The other thing that I get students thinking about really early as a large responsibility of my role is postgraduate advising. So teachers college, law school, grad school, medical school, anything like that they're looking post when you're looking for your MBA. All those things I can provide that advising and that support, and I'll do a lot of editing on proposals, and I like that stuff because that's really interesting to me, and it's a great opportunity for me to share my experience in grad school and through teachers college with the students as well. The other thing is, a lot of students probably don't know this, only the students who really find themselves in need, is this is a place that you can come. I can provide some talk therapy, and if it's something that a student needs an additional referral or support in a community service, I'll provide that for any student that needs that as well. as well, student life and any campus life activity. Clearly, as you know, I'm at your connection for OSU and making sure that the student union is following procedures as well. And just making sure that student life here on campus is full and fun.
Wow, that's a lot of things.
That's
Students,
just some.
you should
Yeah.
check that out. Yes.
That's just some, yeah.
So, apart from donuts and coffees and candies, what are the other secrets for you being so happy and so fun-loving all the time?
Actually, I don't have an addiction to any of the sugar that's in my office, but if there was a bowl full of chips, then I'd probably eat that, but I'm a salt girl. I really it sounds like a cliche, but I really do try to see the positive in any experience that happens in your life, and I've had some very rough times in my life, but there's always something that you can find a positive in. And I think that it's infectious. And I think that if you're a positive person, you'll create a positive environment. And a positive environment for the staff means a positive environment for the students. And negative attitudes generally are very toxic. So I get stressed. You may not see it. You may not see me angry. But for the most part, I'm very passionate about things. So if there's something that needs to be stood up for, I tend not to get angry about it. I tend to find a solution in a positive way. And I think that's something that's really constructive and definitely something that I've learned over my years and not something that's come naturally. It's something you have to work for. But at the end of the day, we have this life and live it to the fullest. And that's what I try to do every day. And not successful on it every day, but I try my best. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure a lot of students would love to try that out and be so happy and bring a lot of positivity into the environment, into the room that they're in. So, apart from all of this, what message do you have to give to the students of Algoma?
I think it's a message that the students of Algoma University have heard from me many, many times. And it's something that I think as a student I learned very early, is you have to make your university experience what you want it to be. And you can't just rely on other people to provide things or services. If you need something, you provide it for yourself. So if there's a club or an activity or an event that you want to see happen, come to me, bring it to someone, let's get it going, and really make the most out of your university career. And the way to do that is really to contribute yourself. The other thing I would say is definitely go out and experience the world around you, not just in Sault Ste. Marie, outside of Sault Ste. Marie, or outside wherever you're from. And I think the best point about that is you'll get to meet new people and learn what other people have experienced, which just changes who you are as you develop your own personality. So definitely take the time to do that.
Wow, those are some really strong words. So, what else? What do you like? What would you like the students of Algoma to know more about you that we do not know?
I try to keep a lot of that private, I guess. That I have a separate home life and things. I think for the most part, if you go to the basketball games, you'll see my home life there. And you'll generally see my little 2.5-year-old son running around and yelling at Boomer. He loves Boomer, so if he sees him, he'll go out. I think it's important for the students to know that I truly am committed to being very student-centered, and I think it's really important to practice what you preach. And when we say we have an open door policy, I really want the students of Algoma U to continue to know that there's always somebody available for you to talk to. And it's something that's very rare and something that you do not find at other universities. It's very hard to just find someone when you need someone to talk to. And at this university, I really try to provide that. And I think that the entire staff and the community here will try to do that as well to the best of our ability.
As a student, we also want to know what you